Hello, everybody. Just so you guys know, your girl's been a little sick, just a smidge. So we're going to have if you notice a lack of energy on my behalf, that is why. Don't worry, I'm feeling a lot-ish better. So tonight we have Cataclysm stream on Tuesday instead of RimWorld. So everybody had it off, and we had it off yesterday, but I was sick, so I couldn't do it yesterday. Today we are. In the left-hand corner, we have the notorious Namriel, played by Nightmare. Nightmare, say hello.
Hello.
In the right-hand corner, we have the wickedest of all wicked Arias, playing Yabrana Shatterstone. Say hi.
Morning.
That will absolutely work. And by this point, I think everybody's trolling me. Because we talk before we set up the thing, and they talk normally. I go to the introductions, and they're like, hi. At this point, I think...
Morning.
At that point, I think they're trolling me. Alright, so we're going to go ahead, and last time on D&D, our intrepid adventurers went back, and they did return the remains of King Tom and his first knight to their crypts, but they also did a couple other things. So, after judicious uses of a couple of fireballs, Yabrana using Move Earth to reopen the vault so they could get quite a bit of gold, and destroying the mansion in the process, they flee. They have a chance of going back south toward Nebrat, going to the west, which is an area they don't know, and going north to see Zara's parents, Singblade and Aramazes. As they hear the mansion crumble behind them, they come out into this rainy, forested area. The paths are surprisingly pretty decently lit. It is just now becoming nightfall, but nobody has any exhaustion, so I'm not going to make them rest. As you come onto the paved pathway, you notice that the woods are beginning to fog lightly, and you also have in your party Lucas, Ricky, Alyssa, who can now talk and does not have to worry about being a spy, Yar, Lucy, Barrett, Lorna, Cruzco, a uncooperative Carlisle, and a snuggled up Nicodemus. The board is yours.
I say we get this show on the road.
Would you guys
Absolutely.
would you guys like to use one person as a party token? And can you move your tokens? Which is probably a better question.
Yes.
Alright, so Yabrana can move her token. Numrel, you okay with her using her token as a party token? Got that?
What? I was taking a nap. Don't judge me.
That was a really good nap. Numriel, are you okay with Yabrana's token being used as a party token?
I think we lost him.
I think we might have lost him too.
No, I'm still here. Yes, I am fine with her token being the party one.
Yabrana, what was that investigation roll for?
Just this general area where I'm standing at. The gloomy forest.
Alright, well, the first thing that you see is a broken statue. The statue is in pieces and parts, but it looks like you could tell the scene. It appears to be a king or a lord holding a fallen soldier that has a knife straight through their chest. There's an inscription on the front of the statue, but it's covered by dirt. In the tree directly to your left, you notice something extremely odd. There are bolts of iron attached to the tree limbs.
Oh, that's not creepy at all. Um, so you said the statue, there's something there, but it's covered in dirt.
Yep.
Can I clean it off?
Yeah, a simple survival roll with advantage. No, you already had advantage with your investigation. Yeah, you find your cloth, you brush it away. But you're not really sure that you have uncovered all of it. What it reads is the valor of the sacrificed.
The what?
The valor of the sacrificed.
Okay, well, that's not creepy. What's up with this tree?
You take a closer look at the tree and you notice that the tree is also bound in iron chains.
Tell me.
Do you have your shoes on?
I do, but I can take them off.
I'm just saying, you're a druid.
Okay, yeah, let's do the thing. I'm gonna take off my shoes. Also, that was a nat 20.
Yes, it was.
Just FYI. Alright, my shoes are off, and I'm gonna activate my Earth Speak.
You instantly hear the pathetic wailing of a trapped creature.
Aww.
You know that trapped creature is the tree. You can feel with your sense that it's cut off from the earth, and the only thing you can think that is doing that is the iron binding the tree.
Okay.
You hear a couple of other things as well. You can hear a dark echo of a cavern, possibly. Close by, you can hear the muttering of bats. You can hear the slight dripping of water as it feeds underground plants. And the trees around this area are surprisingly quiet. You don't get anything from them like they're asleep or unnaturally asleep.
You know, the last time we unbound something, we heard a loud ass gong. Are you sure it's a good idea to do it again?
Hey, it's suffering. I can't not.
Numriel, what was your investigation for, sir?
Just the nearby stuff.
Are you sure investigation is the way you want to go, wizard?
You know what?
Oh.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. So
All right.
16?
That would be a 16. Numriel, you notice that there is a substantial spell at work in this area, and it is tied directly to the iron that's bound the tree.
I'm gonna start pulling rods.
Okay, we ball. I'm gonna start pulling shit.
Okay, Yabrana, to get to the ones up high, you and Numriel will have to figure out who's going low and who's going up.
I'll climb the tree.
I'll go up. I have wings.
I already said I'm going up.
We said it at the same time, but okay. I don't care. I'll get all the ones on the bottom.
There. I've claimed my spot inside the tree.
All right, both of you, do you guys have any tools that you would like to use to try to, or are you guys just going to brute force it with your hands?
I'm gonna try and pull one with my hands first. I just want to see.
Strength check.
Okay. Strengthy checkies. Strengthy check.
11.
6.
You both try to wrestle the iron bindings away, and it's not really quite successful. I mean, you can try to slide it over the limbs, but the tree is very crooked. There's a lot of kinks and knolls and balls on it, so you can't really slide it off. But using your bare hands isn't working either.
I guess I'll use my hammer.
And I'll start prying at him with my dagger. What's
Try
the
not
worst
to
that
damage
could
the
happen?
tree.
Okay, are you guys trying to be careful and not nick the tree, or are you just kind of?
I'm
Yes.
definitely trying not to harm the tree. Keep in mind, my shoes are still off. I never put them back on.
All right, you guys begin to remove them. It's going to take a fair bit of time. As you guys are doing that, you can hear your party below you, and Lorna and Lucas and Cruzco are talking.
Are they close enough for me to eavesdrop?
Yeah, if you'd like to.
Yeah, I'd definitely like to. I can do two things
Absolutely.
at once.
You can hear. Okay, so you both. Do you guys set up a Numrel? Would you like to do the message thing so that we could talk back into without letting them know that you're listening?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, and that's the last of the help I'm gonna give you guys for with this. All right, so
Giving us a lot of help.
you guys are overhearing as they're talking. As Lucas says, "Granny, what are we doing? I mean, we got to go back. We got to try to help let villagers remain. Are we just going to leave our home? I mean, I know that the God touched her here, but is that enough to follow him?" Lorna goes, "Dear one, when someone saves your life, you owe that life debt to them. Unless they give us a rhyme or a purpose, we have no choice but to follow until that debt is paid." I taught you better, but Granny, you don't. We got stuff we've got to handle. I know that God touched her here. I mean, I get it. I'm a believer. I believe, but I mean, there's other things that we can be doing than just sitting here watching them climb
Hey,
trees.
y'all give me a few minutes. Nathan's blowing my fucking phone up.
I'm just steadily pulling rods, thinking how foolish these people are being. That village was destroyed.
You're very right. Cruzco is sitting there and he's like, "Look, we have an opportunity here to be at the footsteps of history, to see the God touch change our planet, change our world, change our lives. And you guys want to be away from that? What possible benefit could that serve them or you?" Lucas takes out a knife and he begins delicately to pick out imaginary dirt under his fingertips. You notice that he's using his left hand to preen his right. As he goes, "It's not that, and I'm not ungrateful. I'm not grateful. Don't get me wrong. But I mean, there are other things that we can be doing. I don't know." And you can hear a whop. Lorna had smacked him upside his head. And they're like, "Listen, boy, you can either stay or go as your mentality, decides. But I'm staying until I get something that I can do, something that I can accomplish, some task or goal that can only be set for me. And you should be yearning for that too. Otherwise, we'll never repay this debt. Do you want to life debt the rest of your life?" And they continue to bicker back and two. Ubrana, you and Nomriel are steadily making progress on the tree.
Do I feel anything different as we're removing the rods?
The tree has gone silent, but it's kind of a waiting silence. It's neither positive or negative, it's just waiting.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna keep on keeping on.
Roll me a Constitution saving throw.
Nice.
That is very nice. You're not tick bit.
Oh, thank God. Ticks are disgusting.
Well,
You know
they
what,
all.
that's the next thing I'm asking my God for is for the ticks to disappear off the face of the planet.
Well, it's not the tick's fault. You're allergic.
I'm back. Sorry about that.
Not a problem. You guys are steadily there removing the bindings on the tree. Your companion's Barrett is over at the statue, and he's with Czar, and they are constantly looking at it. You brought the bird in your pocket chirps.
I'm gonna take him out and be like, "What you need, buddy?"
Roll a medicine check. They're hungry. They're hungry. Not too terribly bad, but they're starting to get a little hungry.
Didn't we bring some meat with us from the manor?
I know
I don't
you.
remember.
I know you did from the cavern. But you guys are supposed to be. You guys were supposed to be keeping track of your damn inventories now.
I didn't grab any.
Well, you're the one I asked to grab meat to feed the children. I'm gonna start rumbling through my pack and see what I've got. I think I've got some. I think I got some ration packs. Let me see. Hold on.
I think Tamriel grabbed the book and the booze, but I don't know that he. Somebody grabbed food. I just don't know. I think it was in the caverns though. At the stove pot with the mushrooms.
I got 8 packs of rations. I'm gonna pull out a pack of rations and split it between
Y'all continue. Just give me a minute.
the rat and the bird.
Nicodemus gets down off of your shoulder, grabs the pack, and begins to feed the bird.
Nice.
And himself, just snacking on rations. This ration pack has a bit of pemmican, some dried crackers, and some lightly dusted sugar cookies.
No. Okay. Sounds good. I think that's definitely safe for a rat to eat. Don't know too much about whether or not it's safe for a bird.
Do you trust Nicodemus to know?
Yeah.
Then it should be
He's
fine.
smart.
All right, Yabrana and Namriel, you guys get all of the iron bands off of the top part of the tree. Now all that's left is the bottom.
All right. Let's slide down and start working on the bottom.
Yabrana, as you go down the tree, you notice that the leaves are beginning to unfurl. Almost like the tree is beginning to wake up and soak up some of the rainwater. Just kind of like it's stretching its branches and kind of waving the limbs and the leafy bits. As you continue to remove stuff. Ricky and Lucy are over there, and they are rapid firing questions at Alyssa. You're close enough to overhear if you'd like to.
Yeah, that's fine.
So they're asking her a million questions. They want to know what her favorite food is, what her favorite drink is, what's her favorite color, what's her favorite type of dress, what's her favorite weapon, what's her favorite types of shoes, what's her favorite dessert, what's her favorite fruit, what's her favorite vegetable. And as they're rapid firing these questions, Ricky has a floating pad with a glowing, what you can imagine is a writing utensil of some kind. I don't know if this universe has pens.
I would assume a quill.
No, because they're technologically advanced enough to have artificers, so I'm sure that somebody has done like a pencil or a graphite pen or something.
That makes sense.
Yeah. Well, hell, it's
Mom just asked if anybody had to go to the bathroom, and I said no, and now I have to pee.
So Bronna, you're super close to Alyssa. As she's one of the first characters that you had bonded with. So let's get some of these questions out and let's see what she likes. What is Alyssa's favorite food?
Um, steamed buns.
All right, and her favorite fruit?
Favorite fruit. Have to be something that'd be relatively inexpensive. The cliche apples.
All right, favorite dessert?
That chocolate mousse.
I totally spelled that wrong. I spelled it moose and not moose. You leave me alone. It has been a long day.
She likes chocolate mousse that's shaped in the form of a moose. You're good.
Okay. Favorite weapon?
She's not really allowed to have them, so I would honestly say that she's been just dreaming of the day where she could sneak up behind Ellie and just garrote her.
And I spelled that wrong as well. All right, garrote wire. Okay. Her favorite style of clothing?
Loose and comfortable.
Her favorite song?
She doesn't have one. They make her sad because of her confinement.
All right. You get down. Namriel, you and Yabrana finish the final part of the tree as the tree begins to move and a face begins to take shape on the bark as it goes. Oh, that sucked total ass. Thank you. It begins to shake its limbs. Woo! Do you know how long I've been locked up for?
No idea, man, but it looks serious.
You chase one flock of chickens. One flock of chickens. I didn't even hurt the damn chickens, but no, big scary tree chasing chickens.
Can I see how sincere he is?
Oh, absolutely. You are still barefoot. We will roll that nat 20. We'll continue to use that one. This tree is completely honest.
Oh, okay, good. I love completely honest. So you can like move around and stuff?
I'm not done it in a while. I can though. Hold on a second. I've been here for a bit. Yeah, give me about 6 hours or so and I should be mobile again. And I was here for a while. I got a lot of roots to pull up. Which isn't a bad thing, because I've got to go see Grand Dam. Grand Dam is probably not going to be happy with me, and ooh.
Where did you come from?
From? Here. My woods. Well, actually, my granddad's.
Just always been here?
Well, I'm pretty young for a tree. I'm only like 100. Granddam's ancient. He's real old. He big too, but he real old. My connection's not back to him yet. It's gonna take a little bit of time for that though. This area's been bespelled and I'm trying to figure out what it's doing.
Can I try and mend the connection faster? Can I help with that?
What do you got in your repertoire for spells? What you got? Take a look and see what you got. Hey, Namriel.
Yeah.
Roll. I know that you did an investigation. Do you ever investigate the statue?
No, I didn't. I mean, I will real quick. It's a fucking 7. You know what? That's a 19.
Damn, you burned a DM in. Okay. Number
I've got
you
another. I don't care.
you get closer to the statue and you notice something that Yabrana didn't about the eyes because you are dragonborn. The eyes in this statue are dragonborn, not human.
Hmm.
I'm
Any
gonna.
other outstanding features that are kind of clicking with me?
Not that you could see with your visible eye. You would probably have to move bits of the statue to see if there's anything that was below it or behind it.
I mean, I'll go look at it. I'll actually like look around. But you said we're using Aria's token as the party.
Yeah, no, that's perfectly fine. We'll use that
Okay,
19. Yeah, you notice that around the back of the base there is a different plaque that is covered with dirt.
I'm gonna move it.
Survival check.
Ow.
If I fail on a survival check, I'll just use my dagger.
You scrape some of it away, but it's still unreadable. Would you like to try again with your knife?
Yes.
Okay, so you use your knife to get down there and scrape away all the dirt and debris from that. Yabrana, you had a question?
Well, it's more of a, let's see. It's more of a, this place looks like so desolate, right? Feels off.
Yeah, there's definitely off. There's definitely a spell in activation here. The other planets are put into a deep sleep.
Did that 16 Arcana ever give me anything about the spell?
Other than that, there's a spell in place. You do not know what the anchor is.
No, but can I like guess the origin? Not the origin, but the type of magic?
How about that?
A magical effect within range. That will absolutely do it. Numriel, unfortunately, the spell is so widespread that you can't, there's nothing other than the type of spell it is. You don't know who cast it or how they cast it, even at an Arcane 16, other than the spell's been here for a while. Yabrana, that will absolutely do it. And what area of effect would you like that to affect?
As large as possible.
Okay, so
I
that'd
would
be
say-
from your position outward, that'd probably be half the map.
Okay, so what if I moved and like got myself like more centrally located? What would that encompass?
That should be almost the entirety of the map.
Okay,
So-
let's do that.
Okay. How would you like to cast it?
I'm gonna plant my feet firmly in the ground and I'm gonna reach out and I'm just gonna like push anything out of the area. You know what I mean? Like I can feel the bad magic and I'm just gonna push it away.
All right. You're working on that. It takes one action, so it's very, very fast acting. However, let me get back to Namriel. Namriel, the plaque that you see has 2 names on it.
What are they?
They're Nightmare. And what was your brother's name in the first campaign?
Zakira.
That's what I thought. So it says Nightmare and Zakira on that statue.
Get dog. Get. Sorry, I'm gonna plug my laptop in. It's gonna die.
Well, I found an area my father's been before.
Get that dog tie. Sorry, guys. Oh, sorry, my love. Good.
Brana, your spell takes effect.
Oh, multiple trance.
There we go. Ow. Pinch my tip.
And I love that it's captured on video for all time.
What? Sorry, I had to put my phone down. I was trying to fix my laptop.
We heard the tit comment.
No. I did, though, on the edge of the bed while I was trying to plug in my laptop. Ow. It actually really hurt.
Brana, as you cast
That's
this, you cast the spell magic, you could feel the sentient trees in this area begin to wake up. They're groggy, they're a little slow, but you feel no animosity or hostility.
Fabulous. I'd have been upset if they were being little bitches.
Namriel, so the front of that statue says, and I quote, Valor of the Sacrificed, and you found a plaque on the back that says, Nightmare and his brother. The scene again depicts human males with dragonborn eyes, one that has a sword through their chest as the king or the lord holds him up.
I suppose that makes sense because you kind of can't just, tell people a dude wish to become a true-blooded dragon.
Roll a history check.
I assume I have advantage, but either way, it doesn't matter.
Yeah, you do have advantage. So, you've grown up with the mythos of your progenitor.
Yeah.
Nothriel, or
Not.
yeah, I can't. I'm so sorry, guys. My pronunciation is shit tonight. I'm so sorry.
All right.
So you know that in the history of this world, there's not much mentioned about him. There's a lot mentioned of the party and King Jonathan's reign, and everybody's heard of Lady Arya. Everybody's heard of their party. But there's not much in history itself that actually names Nightmare or Nothriel by name. So it's odd seeing a piece of your family history in a random wood that speaks to you specifically. You do know that in a few stories, the hero tells of the party of one man that lost his brother, and that was the entire reason why he went on the pilgrimage to stop the evil green dragon. So, and even now, the words Liam or Alana are almost dust in everyone's mouths. Nobody ever remembers those names very often. Even in the stories, it's just the evil green dragon.
How funny to find a statue. I want to see something. I want to see if you do something. I want to walk up to the statue and channel some of my magic into it and just see what happens.
Done. Roll me a d20 for potency or arcana check.
That is a nat 20.
Nice.
It is a nat 20. So you pour your raw magical arcane power into the statue, and it reverberates with a hollow bong sound. As you can tell, that there's definitely some type of cavern below it as the bong echoes. However, this is a purely mechanical mechanism, you think, and it does not have anything except for one spot. It appears on the sword coming out of the chest of the knight. There is a hollow that reverberates with your arcane power, but it does nothing with just your raw power poured into it.
You said on the sword there was a what?
There's a hollow, like there's a little depression in it. It looks like it's got maybe a small thimble or thimble-sized cup or depression that's set in it.
I want to take my finger and press on it.
You take your finger, press on it, nothing happens.
I'm just checking out all these trees. Cool.
You brought
I'm gonna look around a bit more.
Okay, let me get with Yabrana just real quick. Yabrana, as the other trees are waking up, you can tell that they're a little bit slower. They're a little bit more sluggish. It seems the iron that was bounding that tree bound it to silence and muteness, but it did not bind its perception. The other trees are actually put into a very, very deep slumber. Absolutely, that will absolutely work to reconnect the roots.
Nice.
You're not in combat, so this will take about 8 hours. It looks like you guys have time enough to set up camp.
I'm hunkering down. Sorry, guys. 8 hours it is.
Don't worry about it.
Revitalize the entire area for at least a year.
All right, will you read that spell off, Yabrana, for us?
Yeah, sure. It says, this spell channels vitality in plants within a specific area. There are 2 possible uses for the spell, granting either immediate or long-term benefit. I'm going for long-term benefits here. If you cast the spell using one action, choose a point within range. All normal plants in a 100-foot radius center on this point become thick and overgrown. It hinders movement speed, so we're going to skip over that. You can exclude one or more areas of any size from the spell's area, but I'm casting the spell over an 8-hour period. It will enrich the land. All plants in a half-mile radius centered on a point within range become enriched for 1 year. The plants yield twice the normal amount of food when harvested.
Okay, Yabrana, when you do this, you'll be attached to this particular part of land for a year. If anything happens to it, a forest fire, somebody requests aid, you will be responsible for this plot of land. It will allow you and your ability to transport here one time within a year if this area is ever threatened.
Nice.
It has to do with your druidic ties. Do you accept that consequence for enriching this area? Yeah. Sure. Not a problem. All right, so what would you like to name this forest?
What's your name, buddy? The tree that was bound and chained.
I doubt you can pronounce it in, what are you, dwarf? I doubt you can pronounce it in Dwarven.
I'm a druid, asshole.
You hear the tree giggle.
Alright, what do you want to name this patch of land? How about that?
DM, I just had an idea about that slot.
Okay. Should it be spooky to keep people away?
No. It's embarrassing. I don't want to tell you.
Then don't, okay? Fuck.
But you asked my name, and I gotta tell you now.
Okay?
This little thorn. Shut up!
uh, okay, so this will be the Thornwoods path.
Fine.
Sorry.
Mean druid.
You know you can change your name, right?
No. I tried. It doesn't work. It doesn't help. My granddam just calls me Thorny. It doesn't help. Or itty bitty torn. Or my itsy witsy cutesy wootsy baby Thorny. I can't get away from it.
Adorable. It's okay.
Oh. Oh. That's nice. What did you do?
I just helped out a little bit.
Wicked, put that name in the chat so we can remember it. Please, please.
Okay, yeah.
Numriel,
What message?
Hey, what are you doing, laptop?
So, tell me what I find with that 20 investigation first, and then I got an idea afterwards.
So with the investigation, you notice that there's a depression. It looks like there's a little cup in it. That's the only part of the entire statue that has any arcana to it. You could tell that underneath there's a mechanism, but you don't know what kind of mechanism. It's not it's not without the bound of your experience that there's something underneath that statue. I mean, you guys have been down wells and moving statues, so you kind of figure, it's a no-brainer for you. The only the only clues you have is the front of it that says the valor of the sacrifice, the back plaque that says Namriel and his brother's name, which I am not going to be able to pronounce tonight, so sorry. And then there's a spot on the sword that has a hollow that has a cup or a receptacle in it.
Do you have any family legacy item?
I've removed that cup.
You can certainly try.
I want to try and gently pick it up.
Using your bare hands, give me a survival check.
Please don't make me burn my other fucking... Okay. It's better than 10.
So you might be able to wiggle it out, but you'd have to break the sword to do so.
Wait. Fuck you! I cast it on the little cup.
Okay, are you casting it bigger or smaller?
Reducing it so I can get it out. And then as soon as it's out, I'm lifting concentration.
The little receptacle lifts away. It shrinks down inside. It lifts away from the stone sword. As you can see that it's rimmed to fit into the groove of the sword. It falls out of the sword and lands on the ground, becoming a thimble-sized cup.
I pick it up.
You pick it up, nothing happens. It's steel or silver or a steel silver mix. It does radiate a slight arcane power. You could probably... I don't know.
I'm gonna put some of my blood in it.
Alright, how do you do so?
I'm gonna take my hand, put a decent cut on it, and let the blood pour into the cup. And then I'm gonna pick it back up, shrink it in size, and fit it back in place.
All right. The second your blood hits the cup, you hear a roar come down from the skies as a gigantic adult gold dragon lands. Oh, not two of them. Sorry, just the one lands with a boom. The fuck? That comes from Ricky.
The fuck did I do this time? I say in Draconic.
The dragon cranes its massive head, delicately sticking their forked tongue out to taste the blood on the air. And it looks you dead in the eye, turning its head to the side as you can see its massive golden eyes stare at you.
I'm just concentrating on my spell. I didn't see shit.
Okay, you know what? Let's make this fair. Let's make this fair. Where's my thing? I'm gonna use change shape and turn into my dragon form.
And right now you are, you're not a wormling, you're a young adult, right?
Yeah.
And we're gonna do. We really need to get you a token, but for right now, we're gonna use a young gold dragon for you.
That'll work.
All right. Yeah. Let me give you permissions to use it if I can. Controlled by. I can't change who controls it. Let me see.
Add one to my thing. Like you did with the silver dragon?
Yeah, buddy, but I did that on. Well, I can do it now. Hold on. Um. blood in nature.
Oh, shit.
Hence, you are not ready. But you did figure it out and you did calm me down. So, I mean, what do you want to know?
I don't even know where to begin with that.
Eh.
Um, for starters, you know, there's this thing I keep hearing among other dragons of something my father did before he became one. An empire of sorts.
You haven't even contacted your executor?
To be honest, I don't even know who that is. I woke up in the bottom of a brewery, and I've been on this rampage ever since with these idiots, I say as I gesture towards the rest of the party.
No. No, 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 no. Where's your nest?
I don't even know. I guess the sun, technically.
The dragon is starting to lose his bored countenance as he begins to stare at you. He's like, "Where did you grow up? Where is your nest?" Real, did you forget your backstory?
Possibly.
No.
Probably. Just a little bit. Well, I mean, the whole point of...
Okay, hold on, stop. Roll a history check.
17.
Dude, you have your childhood companion in your party. You were raised as an orphan in a city.
Oh, yeah.
On that note, I'm gonna go and take me a shot. Okay? I know more about your character's backstories than you. I'm gonna go take me a shot. I'm gonna go take me a shot. I will be back. Intricately designed stories in my brain that I produce for you guys, and you don't know where you were born. You guys
To be fair, I wasn't all here that first session.
We won. Well, technically you won because you broke the GM.
Yeah. So what, I win this session?
Yeah. You've made her go drink.
Hey, if you don't break the DM at least once, you're not doing something right.
That is true.
Like, if you don't do it at least once, you ain't doing something right. So. Oh. Still can't believe that was her reaction. That was funny as hell.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm not.
Welcome back.
I'm not yet ready. I have my cup. Let me pour a little smallish baby shot because I do not want to hurt my tummy. But you drive me to drinking, boy.
So I win this session.
You definitely win that session. That's it. I think this is beyond getting your DM to cuss. This is utter destruction right here. Congratulations. Uh, so, do you remember now that you are an orphan? You grew up with Ricky.
Well, yeah.
Okay. The golden dragon patiently waits for your reply.
I do know where it is. I just forgot the name of the city. I know where it's at, though.
Your nestmates, your horde, your home.
Yeah.
Your parents' names.
Possibly.
Do you want this dragon to believe you or not?
I'm leaving that to him.
All right, let's see how sincere you come across. They're very skeptical. They're like, that is unheard of for a young dragon not to have a horde or a nest. So, or an executor. You know, I have to report this. I mean, you've got to give me a nest name, a nest leader, a parent, something. This has got to go to the highest authority I could think of. There is no way that they have let you wander without knowing the basics of your everything.
The main name I know is knocked through.
How many times did you say that out loud in campaign?
I think in total that makes 5. Because remember, I used it. I said it 3 times to release the dragon, which started the gong.
All right, so yeah, please keep that in mind because I am keeping track. The golden dragon looks at you like you're nuts.
Like,
you know damn good and
right now,
well.
that's the only name I can think of.
You know damn good and well that there are only 2 clans of gold on this entire continent, unless you are foreign, which, considering that you speak normal Tortalian common, I doubt you are. So you're either Clan Crease or Clan Fang. Which clan?
Bold of you to assume I'm a golden dragon.
He looks at you and goes, huh? Hold on a second. And he lifts you up by the scruff of your neck. It's as easy for him to do as if he's lifting a kitten off the ground. What do you want to do?
Yeah, I'm not gonna fight it.
I am tempted to give you a DM inspiration there for common sense, but I'm not going to. The dragon lifts you up, and like I said, as easily as hurling up a kitten. And just so you guys know, your entire party, sans Yabrana and Nicodemus and the bird, are slowly flanking the dragon.
Y'all don't. Just stop. I say to each and every one of them through message.
I don't think I can move. I'm still casting the 8-hour spell.
You cannot.
Yeah.
Namriel, you notice as you're being lifted, because you can see everybody, and everybody is in ambush areas. So, if you don't mind, I'm going to set it up. So, Lucy has this flaming sphere in one hand. A sphere, not a spear, a sphere, a cylindrical ball of red. He has a trussed up Carlisle, dressed up at his feet. Cruzco is kneeling in a prayer position with a slight halo around his mask that you gave him that is fluttering with gold and white light. It's actually fucking impressive. Do an Arcana check, just so you could.
That's a 23.
He is brimming with celestial power. Like, homeboy's shiny. And the amount of strength he has is actually on par with the dragon that's holding you up like a baby kitten. That Stardew Valley soundtrack. Hold on, I gotta switch my thing back. I can't has the Stardew Valley in the background. Barrett has a sword out, and he's also clenching a book in his other hand. As Ricky is full on Battle Cat, holding out that a modulation that looks like it might be slightly relatable to a rifle, shotgun, sono blaster. You still don't know what the fuck it is. Behind him, Lucas has his daggers out, and no more fumbling or anything. He's holding them like a true professional. Czar is cloaked back up, and you can't see what she's doing. You can barely perceive her at all. The only reason why you know she's there is because you know Czar's there. Alyssa is at her flank as she's trying to come behind you, as Lorna has her hand on her shoulder, and she begins to glow a soft green. What? So without you asking, your entire party, sans Arya, Yabrana, who cannot move because she is enriching the land, has come up and formed a protective wall around you. You can open a message to everybody. The dragon will not going to stop you. What do you say to everybody?
Everyone, do not attack it unless it actually goes to bite me. And then I'm having all of you cover your eyes first.
Alyssa says in a very timid voice, she goes like, but it's lifting you. Like, are you sure?
I'm fine. I'm assuming it thinks I'm a golden dragon, but I'm not. So let's hold off for a second.
You hear everyone agree, and you hear Ricky in the background going, "You dumb, stupid fucking gold dragon. Let it think you're a gold dragon. Why are we having this conversation? Let it think you're a gold dragon. Just tell it what it wants to know and get it to go away."
It'll go away momentarily. I got a plan.
Oh fuck. He's got a plan. Everybody get back. Run.
Oh fuck, I can't move.
Run. He's got a plan. Ricky stands up, and he stands up on the top of Battle Cat as he gives a ridiculously large bow as he shouts, because the dragon's kind of high up there. Hey, sorry about that, sir. We were just checking on our buddy. If you would like him as a snack, I do suggest you alight on the salt. He's a salty fucker. You can hear Barrett and Czar try their best not to laugh out loud. As everybody follows Ricky's thing, everybody bows except for Lucy. Lucy doesn't bow. Lucy gives kind of like a salute and then grabs Carlisle as everybody they don't retreat, but they do power down. Cruzco, ask in a very small voice in your message. This goes goes to just Nomriel. As they go, are you sure?
Yeah, he's not hurting me.
You can see the celestial aura from Cruiseco slowly fade. As the dragon is lifting you up and it's looking over you, it goes, your scales are gold, but there's something odd. Now, youngling, tell me, to which parents was your egg born to?
The sun progenitor knocked through. That makes number 6.
The dragon taps your snout, which for him is a very light tap, which for you is a ringing thump. Stop saying that word. Bad things will happen if you keep saying that word. Which earthly dragon sat on your egg to hatch you?
I don't remember. If I'm being honest, I don't remember.
Oh, my poor wormling. The dragon grabs you in a bear hug and begins to squeeze. As it goes, oh, my poor dragonling. How? Away from the succor of your own people. How have you survived? As it takes you and it begins to smush you to its scales. As it goes, oh, my darling boy, so far away from home without succor of family. Why did you not come to find one of your own kind? Why, oh cruel world, why?
Because in all honesty, I don't know how many sun dragons are genuinely out on this world.
But you don't you don't need just your own clan. Why did you not find another dragon? Why did not another dragon find you before your poor life was tainted with this riffraff? No, you must come with me. No. We must rectify this situation immediately. You must come with me. You must learn the tales. You must learn the histories. You must know us. Come, young dragon. We will take you far from here, and we will take care of you and teach you all of the things that you have missed in your young life. As his wings begin to beat.
So I'm gonna stop you right there. I'm under blood oath right now. That won't work.
What's a blood oath to a dragon?
When I don't know how to break it, a lot actually. When I don't know how to break it without dying?
You're a dragon. You are above the oath of gods. See, this is why you need to come with me. I will take you to my nest, and you will meet my nestlings and my mate and my horde, and we will bring you up to be a proper dragon, not whatever.
I want to go see the horde.
Do you say that out loud?
Yes.
Okay. Do you say it with enthusiasm? Do you say it wistfully? Do you say it in a sort of...
I think I would say enthusiastically wistful, because I know we don't have time.
Roll a persuasion check.
Can I, like... Hold on, let me see what she rolls first.
Okay, hold on, buddy. It's like I'm just casually eavesdropping on the conversation and be like, horde? Yes, please.
I need to see what you roll here, because... Okay, hold on. Can I assist her?
No. No.
He's grabbing gold right here.
Oh my god.
That's great.
Let's just let it Let it go.
Now you understand why I was wistful about it.
And the adult gold dragon looks down on you and goes, "My hoard is not for the likes of you. Now come, youngling. Come.
Wow, rude.
What name? You didn't even know enough to give proper introduction. I did not give proper introduction. Hold on.
All right, guys.
I am Mimith,
Mimith.
leader of the Fang clan.
Sorry,
First
I'm
of my nest. Leader of the horde.
Haven't we heard that name somewhere before?
History check.
Our god. Our god said it.
Yes, it did. And do you remember what else they said about that one?
The progenitor.
What color?
The golden progenitor. Or at least that's what I think you said at the time.
Ruby. So now what? I will let you sit with that, and we're going to wait for Wicked to get back.
I'm here. I'm just in the restroom.
Gemstone dragons, aren't they inherently evil?
I don't think so.
None of my dragons are inherently evil. That is a campaign rule for me. Because all of them can shift. All of them have, but they all have their hot spots. Like, I would not put this one up against, say, a squirrel anytime soon. So, with that history check and what you know, he's just given you his name. What do you do?
I'm going to drop my head to the floor.
It's kind of hard to do because you're like still wrapped up in their arms. So, and you mean you're like plastered against this dragon's chest. Like he is hugging you like your long lost family. And he's not letting go anytime soon. So, it'll have to be verbal.
I say it in Draconic. I break the message link to everyone.
All right, everybody hears you go dark at once, okay? Nobody can hear you.
Progenitor Mimith, it is an honor to meet you.
They drop you. They drop you. Your words have stung them so much that they drop you. You're now at the feet of Mimith. As they just look down at, they're just stunned. Like, fuck. He cast freeze time.
Fuck.
Well, I guess I can't listen to this part, huh?
No, would you? Yeah, so we are gonna have to drop for this. Because
That's fine.
if Namriel hadn't broken the link, you could have heard, but he did break the link, so now we got to move. Namriel, I'm moving you down. I'll be right back. How? Now.
What, me?
No. I pulled the wrong one. Hold on. I gotta go down here. All right. There we are.
Oh.
All right. How? Now. My disguise has held up through 3 generations of dragons, and here I have had some snot-nosed orphan call me out as I'm snuggling them. How?
My god. Or the god that chose me whenever, I guess, they were resurrected.
Who?
Atrorum. They mentioned the name Mimith, and when you said your name, it clicked with me.
Pesky motherfucking... I'll just have to bind you. Um, shit.
How?
Swear to me by the
What
blood of your
if
ancestors that you will not tell anyone a soul who I really am without my permission.
I agree. I won't tell anyone who you are without your permission on the blood of my ancestors.
Okay. So you really had no nest.
As far as I'm aware, no.
When you were raised by mortals?
Yes, I wasn't ever in my dragon form. I was raised as, honestly, as long as I could remember, I was raised as a dragonborn.
When did you first change to your
What do you
true
mean,
form? When was your first shift?
Um, like a month ago, give or take, just before I got locked into a blood contract.
And you shifted into a young worm and not a wormling?
Yes. I mean, I can change between young adult and a wormling at will. It's
Okay. No, no,
like
no,
fluid almost.
no. Okay. 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 Oh, what to do with you? All right. So you need proper training. Period. Do not go down here. I have the key here. As he pushes a key to you, and it moves very strange because time stop is active. But
Does time stop not affect me?
you can talk, but I wouldn't try moving.
Okay. Oh, I was just curious.
He passes the key back to you and goes, when you can get to adult dragon form is when you want to go down there. That's when you unlock your peer power. All right. So peers are the think of it as the first step in becoming like a clan leader, so to speak. All right. Have you given anybody your mark?
As I don't even know what that is.
Jesus Christ. I'm praying to old gods that no longer exist. Do you hear me, boy? Listen. Yes. You can touch mortals and give them your mark. Your mark will be your lineage mark. It offers protection. It also allows you to teleport to them wherever they are in the world. All right, but the mark has to be made on someone who is a true friend. If you try to do it to someone that's not your friend, or you try to mark someone that is your enemy, bad things will happen. Do you understand me?
Yes.
All right. It does not mean that they have to be your true friend. It means you have to be their true friend. Do you understand?
They just have to see me as their actual friend.
No. You have to see them as your friend. If you try to mark someone and you don't believe it in your core, it may kill them.
Okay.
But you cannot enter this cavern until you're an adult with them marked. That marked may save your life in there. And it's a prerequisite for you to go.
Out?
No, so the trial doesn't kill you.
Oh.
Shit. Once you get to your adult stage, then you may come back here, and then you may undertake this trial. Now, we must talk more about your gods. There were no gods for an instant of time. And then there were two. I feel some beginning to reform. Do you have anything to do with that?
I'm not gonna lie to you. Yes. I was...
Fuck. I don't know why they pick fucking children to do this shit. Do you hear me? I have hordes of adult dragons just waiting, dying for a chance like this, and they pick a child. No offense. No offense. Fuck. I can't take you from request. But what I can do is dream walk with you. But I have to have your full cooperation for that. Do you allow it?
Done. Done.
When I dream walk with you, if you have a marked, they will come with you. Do you understand?
Yes.
Every dream walk I can teach you a singular lesson about being dragon. Some of the lessons you may no longer need because you've outgrown them. Some of them you may desperately need in the future. To dream walk, it must be, this is like technical shit on my side as a DM, it's got to be a full rest. Like, not fucking around, you have to be asleep. Got me?
8-hour full rest. Got it.
I take it there's no way I can convince you to leave your party and come back with me?
Not at the moment. And I apologize for that, but until I am free from a blood oath and have a way back to them.
You know, you keep saying this shit about a blood oath. You do understand that dragons are immune to that, right?
No, I didn't. In case you don't remember, no, not being like rude here. I didn't grow up with other dragons.
What do you know about the hierarchy of our world?
As far as I've been concerned, it's been dragons and gods, and then all of the races fall somewhere else on the podium.
Youngling, you have it backwards. It's dragons, then gods, then demi-humans, then demons, then mortals. We are top of the food chain. Despite what oath you've signed your blood to, no god is higher than a dragon. Dragon, not dragonborn, because dragonborn are mortal, but true dragons, such as you or I, are immune to the blood oath.
So, you're telling me I could not do what I signed my blood for, and I would be unaffected?
Yes.
I would face no consequence for it, not even a bit of pain for ignoring. I could walk back into that damn cathedral and light the contract on fire.
Correct.
Jesus Christ.
The only question remains is that do you believe that you're truly a dragon?
Yes.
Then you should be perfectly fine. However, I smell more than one blood oath among you. Your companions won't be so lucky.
Well, you're smelling my friend over there that mentioned the Horde. She signed a blood oath to free the lady behind me.
As my first gift to you, I give you the scent of oath. Take a deep breath. Now,
Okay.
Namriel, I want you to take a deep breath and roll me a D100. All right, so you could smell your Brana's oath. It's strong. It is intact. As you get to smelling Alyssa's scent, you can smell that her blood oath has been shredded. It hangs around her like tatters, and it smells of old blood and something dark. That hints to you that her blood oath was taken by force. Yabrana's oath smells clean and bright and
Because
pure.
nothing's happened to it.
You have 2 other people in your party that are covered in blood oaths. One is Barrett. Barrett's is pure and clean. So he has a blood oath, but you don't know what he's blood oathed to. And then you can smell Carlisle. His smells dark and rotted and tainted. He is under a blood oath outside of his will.
So the corrupted ones, the dark ones, are outside of their will. They didn't willingly go into those contracts.
That is correct. Either they were threatened, they were forced, their blood was taken without their consent.
Okay. So is this a feat that I can add to my character to be able to do this?
That is like your
My innate abilities.
your equinox and your solstice. That is to your unique ability.
It was what, breath of, or what was it again?
Smell of oath.
Smell of oath.
While you're smelling that, you also get extremely odd scent coming off of Nicodemus.
So if you don't mind me asking, because I smell 4 oaths among the party. 2 corrupt, 2 pure. What's this other one I'm picking up?
That? Oh. That is one that can cast an oath.
He can cast an oath?
Oh, yes.
What does that even mean?
You can hear Nicodemus start chittering as he stomps up to the dragon, and the dragon looks chagrined. They go, I don't mean nothing by it. I don't mean nothing by it. Nicodemus looks over at you and puts a finger to his muzzle and the shushing gesture as he shakes his head and goes, shush.
Nicodemus, look. I just want answers to stuff that are absolutely confusing. I don't care what the answers are. I just want answers. And
Nicodemus,
besides, no one in my party is hearing this shit anyway.
Nicodemus rubs his nose, looks up at Ruby, looks to you, and shakes his head no.
Okay.
Does a shushing thing again and goes right back, scampers right back to Yabrana. Ruby goes, I can't say anything else, but let me go ahead
Clearly, because it seems you're terrified of him as well. I mean, we've...
I am not terrified. I am not terrified.
Don't worry about it. This ain't the first time. We've crossed paths with a god in a cat's body, and even that one didn't want to talk about it, so...
I can't say any more.
So he's clearly higher than us.
Time release. Alright, I'm going to pull you back.
Alright.
Sorry about that. Let me make sure all my streams are done, and... And we pull you back up. Yoink. And yoink.
I'm back.
Alright, and we're back.
Nice.
The time stop has ended. The dragon looks down and goes, Namriel, son of the Bright One, heed my words well, and find your marked soon. I grant you all the blessing of the golden dragon. Goodbye. And they begin to fly away. Which doesn't take them long. They're fucking huge. Yabrana, this has all been a couple hours. Your spell...
Well, hold on, I'm trying to fix my head. Now, say something.
Tacos.
Hello. There it goes. It's
There
clear
we-
now.
Tacos, nachos, cheese sauce?
Sorry. Yep.
Alright. Yabrana, with the blessing, your spell comes to an abrupt end. All the trees regain their connection as you hear a voice in your head that is not the trees around you, but it's old. It's ancient, and it's happy to talk to you as it goes. Child of Mariar, welcome to my wood.
Wow.
Yay, granddad!
I didn't think anybody would be able to say that name out loud.
You
That
said
dragon said it out loud.
I wasn't there for that, sir.
No, I'm openly admitting that. I say as I shift back to my human form.
Alright, Namriel, I will get you a dragon ticket. We gotta find you a young sun dragon.
I'll figure something out.
Yabrana, do you say that out loud?
Yeah. To the voice.
Alright, all the trees start walking toward everybody. Lucy still has an unconscious Carlisle. The tree that was scoops up Alyssa, Lorna, and Yar up in its branches as it walks closer to you guys. Alyssa is ecstatic about it. Lorna, it seems, is whispering to the tree. Yar is absolutely pissed about being snuggled by a tree, but she's being very good and she's not stabbing it. As the trees encircle all of you, as you hear the trees open and speak with an actual voice that everyone can hear as it all speaks at the same time. All of the trees around you. As it goes, well, of course. I know old Ken. And I recognize old friend. You smell of my old friend. Your feet resonate with curiosity and power.
Yeah, my feet are curious bitches.
What brings you to my wood?
Just stopping the destruction of magic and the death of all the gods.
Your feet are touching the earth. You're being complete and 100% honest, right?
Yeah, that's what we're doing.
Excellent. I have something for you. You must come to see me, and you must come to see me soon. My children will help you while you are in this wood. No harm will befall you while you are here. Please rest. Enjoy the bounty of my forest, but I beg you, no fire.
That's fine. That's doable. So where are you?
I sense other kin. Do you have one of Aramazes and Singblade's children with you?
Yep.
Wonderful. They know me well. They know the path to our home.
So, Zara, you knew a talking tree, and you know that I'm a druid dwarf, and you didn't tell me? It's fucked up, bro.
Listen, he doesn't talk a lot. He'll may say like one thing in a fucking decade, okay? Like, when I heard him talk, I thought...
he feels pretty fucking chatty right now.
Yeah, I'm kind of noticing that, but when I was a kid, he only spoke to me once, okay? I thought I was hallucinating that shit.
I think it might be because she's an asshole.
Hey,
I think that might be the case.
I resemble that remark, and I'm very proud of it. Look, it's one of the fantastic tales my fathers told. I didn't know it was true. I literally thought I was hallucinating when I was a child. We have
don't seem to like your dads very much.
I love my dads, okay? But there's no way in hell what they're saying is truthful. I even put him in a zone of truth, and they passed. I don't know how they passed it, but it's bullshit.
Okay.
You do know those two are legends, right?
I know they're legendary, okay? I do know
They
that, and they're
lied their way through that shit.
I'm
and,
gonna hand her the book.
and they're wonderful parents. I know it says that they're that old. I don't believe it. They can't be that old. I mean, I know they
So
don't
you don't
age.
believe a written historical record?
If I believe that, then that means I will die and leave my fathers alone. I can't believe it, okay? Look at that list. You see how many of those children are deceased?
Yeah.
Uh,
Hurt my feelings.
Well, it hurt my feelings too, okay? Do you think I set out? I'm just a simple merc. That's all I ever wanted in my life, to go and make fucking bank. That's all I want. But
And
no.
how successful were you?
Fair to middling, dick.
So, what do you do after you make bank?
I take it home. I give it to my fathers for their next pet project.
Do you know what the next pet project is?
Yeah, they just picked up your kid and the ones we picked up. Their pet projects
Hey, that
are
was
always
mine.
children.
You can't fucking have that one.
Speaking of which, let's go fucking see him and see this big ass magic tree.
I mean, sounds like that's where we're headed.
Elden Knight is a legend. Okay? I thought
Get the
when
stepping czar.
I thought when I heard him that it was just bullshit.
So you're just surrounded by legends that you think are all bullshit. What, did the green lady used to tuck you into bed at night?
You shut up about Granny Ari.
Oh my god.
Oh. Let's go.
You know, I should have taken that gold dragon's offer.
Hey guys,
What?
I don't have the next bat prepped.
Oh, shit.
Okay, so
I'm sorry.
instead
I
of
got
just-
sick, and I was gonna prep
It's
it.
fine. I feel well. It's perfectly okay. I had fun. I'm loving the trees. That they look mildly evil, but they also look like they're dancing.
Yeah.
Um,
Okay, so we had a whole big talkie. Does anybody remember the name of the tree from the old campaign?
yeah, the Beelzebub Knight. I'm the one that named him.
Okay, I was really hoping that you would remember. So,
Oh, I got that.
I did too.
I am so upset that you didn't remember your backstory, Namriel. I am really upset at that. Like, you broke me, dude. Like, I've been sitting this whole thing up for like, because I knew that after you guys went and did the thing at Meckwin's house, I knew that I wanted you to start tapping into your roots. And Yabrana's already in contact with her parents. She knows them. And I honestly thought you would have remembered. And I was like, no. Like-
My brain blanked
That it,
for like 15 to 20 minutes.
but it was lovingly curated backstory for you, and you just kind of went, I
know,
don't remember.
And my brain blanked on it.
Oh,
Yeah.
and also kudos for you remembering Mammoth. I mean, that was great. I did not think that you guys would put two together so quickly. Like, that was supposed to be like further down the road, but
No, I heard the name and it clicked. And that when the name clicked, I was like, yeah, I'm gonna need to drop a message. Otherwise, everyone's gonna hear this shit.
hey, Yabrana, the other things on that statue were cloaked because you were not dragon.
Okay, that's fine.
So when you had that
Oh,
really
I'm
good
not
roll,
curious.
yeah, you had the front of it And yeah, but the second part was only for a dragon to notice. You would have only seen human eyes. Namriel would have seen dragon eyes.
Yeah. What I was interested in was why there was a tree bound in iron.
Yeah, I know.
This was intentional to separate our focus.
So Little Thorn was actually trying to pet the chickens in a town that was close by, like 100 years ago. And he ended up scaring the chickens so bad they had heart attacks and died. So the town
rabbits, George.
So so the townsfolk know that the trees are sentient. So they didn't want to permanently, they didn't want to kill him. They just kind of wanted to bind him from doing anything stupid again. But
and then they forgot about him because it was 100 years.
Yeah. Well, I mean, the town got wiped out, so nobody remembered as alive that remembered that he was bound. So that's the whole reason why the tree was bound up.
Okay.
Anyway, yeah, so, and yeah, his name is actually Little Thorn, and he's very embarrassed about it. And also, Yabrana, so just so that way you're not completely blindsided when we get to where we're going, the next time we get to play, do you remember what your parents said to you the last time you talked to them?
Me?
Yeah.
Come home.
History check.
Hey, roll me a history check.
I already shut the thing down because you said we didn't have a map.
Oh, that's right.
You want
we
me
got,
to roll it on your behalf?
Roll a history
That's
for
fine.
Yabrana. And it's his roll, so you have an advantage. So that's a 20. So when you were talking to him and you told him that you had adopted a child, they were very happy and they told you to come home. As you were hanging up, your parents were arguing about whether or not they were going to meet you or not. Just keep that in mind.
Wait.
So lots of fun the
I
next time we get to
say-
play.
There
What
might
I
be
say
some
since-
druids wandering around trying to some dwarves.
What I'd say we do, just drag it out a tiny bit longer, is we actually set up camp and everyone rests since we have the trees surrounding us.
Yeah, perfectly fine. We can all take long rests.
I know I wasted like 6 spell slots in that entire endeavor,
Yeah.
so I need to get my spells back up.
Well, I'm pretty sure the trees are going to be carrying us, so we can definitely have a nice long rest.
Oh, can't we have that happen?
You can absolutely ask when we get back in. I mean,
Okay.
I don't see a problem with it because the next couple ones are going to be talkie episodes for sure. And then, Namriel, did you want to share anything with your Brana about your conversation? I mean, you killed the message spell, so she could not listen in. But you guys have a perfect opportunity to talk about that, and we've got another 15 minutes if you guys want to talk about it.
Okay, in case you haven't already pieced it together, that was the Ruby progenitor.
Yeah.
And little side note, dragons are above gods, gods are above, demigods?
Yep.
And then it is demons and then mortals.
Uh-huh.
What I'm telling you is, what I'm about to say is I'm just immune to fucking blood oaths.
Nice. I heard that part.
Yeah, well, I don't have to do anything and the blood oath can expire and I won't face any repercussion.
Well, and I know my blood oath part is already taken care of because the lady has decided to work with me. We've decided to work together.
Right. So
So,
the only
I
thing
don't
you
have to
have
worry
to
about mine.
only thing you have to do to fulfill yours is make it back within the 2 month, 1 week now timeline, which gives you guys enough time to go roam and collect. Yeah.
And I can find an orb to make it look like I'm holding up my part of it. So
Or-
she doesn't kill us when we walk in.
And Brianna has agreed to be sold, so Yabrana has her pieces. Now it's a matter of red tape whether or not her friend Alyssa is going to have further consequences, but it's not going to affect her oath because she did not free her, the god did.
Exactly.
Um,
So it's not going to negatively affect me.
and I may have also picked up another innate trait.
Nice.
I now have an ability, which is what that D100 roll was for, and I fucking nailed it. I have the innate feat of smell of oath.
Okay.
It can tell me who has oaths, and it also tells me the condition of whether or not it was willing or forced.
All right. You better sniff everybody in our fucking party.
I did. There are 4 oaths active in the party. The good 2 are yours and Barrett's, which are clean, willing oaths. And then we have Carlisle and my mind just blanked on her name.
Alyssa, whose oath is
Alyssa.
recently shattered. But go
Yes.
ahead.
Yeah. So hers is gone.
But
So what's
It's
Carlisle's?
not gone. Her oath is corrupt and forced.
no. Not Marielle. Her oath is recently shattered. So all you smelled was the
Okay.
remains of her oath, which were tainted. She did not enter that oath willingly.
Okay. So I might have misspoke. It's shattered, but it was a bad oath.
Gotcha.
Carlisle's was still active, and that not good.
Okay.
Side note, on long rests, it wasn't stated how often, but on long rests, I will most likely be pulled down a channel because I agreed with Memeth to allow Memeth to dreamwalk with Namriel, which is just gonna explain a lot more shit I should know when playing a dragon.
So just so you know, your Wicked. So what that does is that just lets him access more of his dragonborn powers that he hasn't, his dragon powers, his natural dragon powers that he hasn't been exposed to. So for every level that he grows, he gets another aspect of his dragon unlocked. So right now he's at 11, which would unlock the smell of oath. Or are you guys 12 now? I'll have to look at my sheet. So he has those many levels to catch up on. So there'll be stupid things like, you know, whether or not they could tell gold is real or not, all the way up to the ability of foresight.
Neat.
Doesn't foresight just allow me to see briefly into the future?
Go wait,
Yeah,
That's gonna be huge.
it can be. In combat situations, if you do it appropriately, yeah, you'll be able to see my next 3 moves.
Oh my god, bro. What do I need to put as the description for smell of oath?
Allows you to smell blood oaths on anyone. You have to roll a concentration save, though. So you cannot be in combat. You have to be somewhere where you can hold concentration. And it'll be a basic split. 10 and below, you fail. 11 and above, you pass.
I just put allows character or allows creature to smell blood oaths on nearby creatures.
Yabrana, how are you feeling about Yar? Do you really think she lied, or do you just think she's in, like, denial?
I think she's in denial. I get it. I understand the sentiment.
So you really are honestly, you don't think she's a liar. You just think that she's.
Well, I didn't say I didn't think she's a liar. It just means I don't think she's lying about this.
Gotcha. Completely understandable.
You know what I mean? Yeah.
I do.
And she's been pretty honest with us since the whole mercenary almost killing her thing.
Well, you got to think. I mean, she had no recourse but to come back to you guys. She couldn't think of
Yeah.
anybody else because in all the times that she's been a merc, she's probably been in a lot of deadly situations. In which case, that it is absolutely unheard of for somebody to have a merc and at least not try to kill them. You let her go without torture and then tried to kill her when she came back for help.
Well, we did.
Unintentionally, we didn't know it was her, and we didn't know she wanted help.
And then you guys proceeded to not only heal her, but do an impromptu dance show. Which the worm was fucking epic. All right, so this is where we're going to call it unless you guys have something else.
I do have one more thing I want to tell Arya.
Uh-huh.
So, got a little bit more information on Nicodemus before he shut the dragon up.
Oh, yeah?
What the dragon told me was that he is an oath caster. What that means, I don't know. But Nicodemus went up to the dragon, looked at him, shook his head, and went back to you, and the dragon would not say another thing about it.
Shut up, yeah.
So that's what, a god and a progenitor he's done that to now.
Nice.
Don't you think that's mildly concerning?
Not really, because if he wasn't at least neutral about the situation, he wouldn't be hanging out with us.
In Nicodemus' defense, he's seen y'all do some pretty stupid shit.
That is
Okay.
true.
But also think about this. What if he I'm just throwing this out there. What if he is evil and he's just waiting until we have something he needs to do something about it?
Nah, I don't think so.
How many times have we said that before and then been hit out of nowhere with some BS?
Not often. Not often enough to be leery of a rat.
It's happened like 2 or 3 times. Solidly.
I'm just saying, if I was worried about anybody betraying us, I would put my money on fucking Barrett.
Yeah.
I am so interested in that. Why do you think? Why?
I have to agree with you on it,
I
though.
don't know. It's just like he started out like I know I saved him and everything, right? But it's not like he's following us with the "oh, you saved us" devotion kind of thing.
No. He's following you because his mom told him to.
Exactly. So what other instructions did his mother give him that he is, bound to listen to her before he would listen to us? Or is he just like along for the ride and wants to see what other stupid shit we're going to get into? That's also a possibility.
And at one point, didn't you also say he hated me?
I was wondering when that was going to come back up. He had an instant dislike to you, yes.
Yeah.
Well,
So
you did immediately murder somebody that he thought was a good guy right in front of him.
yeah, I can understand that, but at the same time,
Okay, so let me break in with some little DM info here. So you guys remember me telling you guys about the oh hell. I have a system that's running. It's kind of like a favor system, but it's not called that. It's called something else, and my brain refuses to compute.
now you see what I've been dealing with.
It's where, yeah, no, I'm sorry, I just really don't feel too hot. It's where affection meters, affection system. So all of these rolls that I've had you guys make and told you guys to save for later, that's what I'm doing behind the scenes. So I have affection rolls for everybody. Let's just put it this way. Lucy would not have been with you guys if you guys had not rolled so high with him on that table and named him. Same thing. Ricky would not be following you guys if Landon did not whole hog go in with the play-by-play on that. The way you guys... Barrett now has a different affinity with Namriel because Namriel took time to talk to him, to get to know him, to actually do one-on-one time with them. Alyssa would probably do anything for Yabrana that she asked because she sees her as her savior. So,
So Barrett doesn't hate me now, or doesn't dislike me now.
You'll have to tell me that, buddy.
Well, I mean,
What?
I have asked him to do shit, and he has done it a couple of times.
Yeah, but when you guys are pulling characters, just like, Barrett was chosen last when you guys broke up the party last time. So I have a nifty little spreadsheet going on that keeps track of that shit. Because you guys are not typical D&D players. You guys are heavy on the role play, which I adore because that's the type of DM I am. I love setting you guys up, role-playing opportunities for you guys to bounce yourselves off of not only each other, but also off of the NPCs. That's also the reason why I pulled my NPCs back from combat this time around. When you guys need help, they can only do one thing because I don't want you guys relying on their abilities as an NPC. I want you guys relying on them as your friends and companions.
I need to start changing up who I use.
Maybe.
Because he might not dislike me anymore, but he's probably about neutral towards me.
Yours favorite phrase right now is throat punch.
Nice.
Understandable.
Lucy and Ricky see Alyssa as a precious baby sister. You guys have all of these interactions going on that will absolutely move forward. And then you've got 3 apostates that you guys turned into loyal followers of your gods in your party.
Yeah.
So I can't wait to see how that does.
Speaking of which, how many people are we up to?
A lot.
Well,
Campaign wise, I've got like 23 named NPCs that have their own tokens. Speaking of, Lorna and Lucas also have their own tokens that you guys didn't notice, and I'm sad about.
I just didn't want to say anything. We were mid-game. Love them, by the way.
Thank you. All right, now, any more questions, thoughts, comments, criticisms, or concerns? Because I have to go to bed. I'm exhausted.
Nope. I'm gonna go.
Nothing else. I'm fixing to go get a shower and probably pass out myself.
All right, so when's the next time everybody off?
Rice cooker's off and the stove is off, please.
Yeah, I'll turn the rice off. I'm fixing to go in there and do that now because I want to take some for breakfast.
The next day I have off is Saturday.
I have Sunday, but I'm supposed to be doing an escape room with friends in Sarasota.
You're going to
What time do you get off Saturday?
I don't know yet. They're having to rearrange the schedule because Joey's still out from his gallbladder surgery.
Yeah, and I don't get off. I work this Saturday. I don't get off till 3.
Okay.
If
I'll check and I'll let y'all know. Then
All right.
Yeah, I was about to say, if you're off before like 7, we could do possibly like a 7:30 to 9.
Yep. All right, guys, that's going to be it for our stream tonight. Thank you guys so much. We had a viewer the entire time. Thank you, viewer, for coming and hanging out with us.
Thank you.
We will see you guys not tomorrow because it's Wednesday. I'm going to take me a much needed rest day. But we're going to come back Thursday with some more RimWorld. Saturday, will probably be more Cataclysm. That means Sunday, fun day stream for RimWorld because I've got some days off next week and we're going to get to year 40. Everybody say good night.
Night.